I just dropped my intercooler piping off to Ashton, and he's gonna do some work for me. That'll be in the next video. That's one of the reasons. Two, Southern Fresh is coming up, and you know Southern Fresh is my favorite show of the year. And somehow I always do this very, very last minute prep. Now that wasn't the plan. I planned on doing the Southern Fresh prep before that. My gimbal I think my camera's about to break. I tried to do the Southern Fresh prep before that, but unfortunately with the car, okay. Well, it's a good thing I have multiple cameras, but I don't know what's going on with this thing. This is my normal vlog camera. And for some reason, the gimbal is not gimbaling. It's supposed to be looking straight, and it's acting up. It keeps twisting on its own, so that sucks. So I gotta go get that replaced. Anyways, I tried to do the Southern Fresh prep before, but with the car not running right, I didn't want to rip the car apart, put it back together, only to find out it still doesn't run right. So I had to fix it first. So after we fixed it, now that it's fixed, in quotes, because it's broken again, that's number 3. I'm actually gonna clean this up because this engine bay is absolutely filthy. I got coolant spraying everywhere. I found a coolant leak. Well, it's pretty obvious I got a coolant leak, but the coolant leak is actually under the thermostat housing. So I have to remove that. Got a new thermostat housing. And I'm probably gonna pull the radiator too. Like I said, there's just, the coolant was spraying from under there, hitting my fan and going everywhere. So it's even on my hood. It's an absolute mess under here. So I definitely want to clean all this stuff up. Probably push it outside and pressure wash it or something. I'm not sure, but that's reason number 2. I want to clean it up. Reason number 1 for intercooler piping. Reason number 2 to clean it up for Southern Fresh. And number 3, because after I fixed it and drove it and beat the crap out of it, I don't know if it happened on the day I drove it or the second day I drove it. I don't know when it happened, but I haven't really noticed anything until one day I went to the shop. I'm backing up in the shop to take some pictures for something, and as I'm backing up, I see a breadcrumb of oil. So I have a massive oil leak. And you know what it is? It's this. If you're a BMW guy, you know exactly what this is. This is the most annoying gasket to change. So yes, my rear main seal is leaking, and I don't know, again, I don't know what caused it to leak. It was new, like 2, maybe 3 years old when I got the car running. When I put the engine back together, I put a brand new rear main seal on it, and it's leaking. So I don't know, I shouldn't have crankcase pressure issues. I do have a catch can with a venturi tube into the exhaust system. So once the exhaust is flowing, it should be pulling crankcase pressure. So I don't think I have crankcase pressure. Could be, but I don't see why I would. And if I do, I don't know what else to do because I shouldn't have it. But it could have happened while the car was running lean also. Again, I don't know when the drip started. I just happened to notice them because I backed into a shop and actually saw it. So when I got into the car, I saw it. And I'm parked on carpet, and in the carpet, it's, you know, it collects stains and stuff, so you don't really see anything. Like, it's a mess over there, but Roxanne was parked over there. Roxanne does leak oil, and I don't see any oil stains. And even over here, where it would sit, you don't really see any oil. So again, so when I back out of here, it's not like I see a bunch of oil, so I had no idea I was leaking oil. So yeah, anyways, all this cleanup and stuff I'll probably do another day, but today I have to start on the rear main seal. So let's get this car in the air, and if you know, that means the transmission has to come off. To get the transmission off, you got to remove the drive shaft. Remove the drive shaft, you got to remove the exhaust. And it's just a list. So it's like, it's hours of work to change this one stupid, I don't even remember how much this costs, $20 seal, $20 to $30 seal. And it's gonna take all day. So I may not finish it today, but I gotta at least get started. So let's get started. Man, last time I had this car on all fours, it was like this for 2 years. Let's try to make it 2 days. Please. I need this. But as you can see, no oil stains. These carpets are Amazing. I like some absorbent stuff. Got them on Amazon. I don't see the link anymore, but find some garage floor automotive carpets and all your stains will be gone. Because as much as that leaked, you saw in the video, you would think there would be oil under here, but it's clean. So let's get to work. You already know. This took forever. This is probably the longest part right here. Everything's off. I'm down to the transmission. Transmission's still in there, so I gotta take that out, but everything's off. And if you ever want to see my exhaust system, well, there you go. So, drive shaft is off. And it was so frustrating taking that thing off. Because even though eventually I did get this out, but all these bushings are new. And these bushings are really good. And even though there was no bitch clip in there, it still didn't want to come out. So I had to take it off the shifter carrier and then pull it off. So pain in the ass, but it's out now. So, oh man, I'm taking a break. I'm gonna take a like 5-10 minute break, drink some water, chill, and then get back to it. But man, that was frustrating. I'm curious, guys. I've only removed E36 transmission. And do other transmissions require every extension you own in your toolbox to do this? Like, it's not the first time, but I know that off rip, grab every E36, every extension I have in my toolbox to barely fit. I just want to know, like, if you have a Camaro or Miata or something and you remove a transmission, do you need all this? Or is it just an E36 thing? I'm just curious. Someone let me know, because it's annoying, but do what you gotta do. One bolt left, and then I gotta yank this thing out of here. Release. Now I know that it's loose and not stripped. Oh, got tight. And I did, where's the camera? I did take off the battery. So I shouldn't have any fire issues. So, okay. Remove everything. Now for the fun part. By fun, I mean excruciating. Because, I looked this up last time I removed a transmission like this, and these things are 77 pounds. So, this should be fun. Oh God. Okay, the bolt came off. Oh God. My arm is okay. Whew. Nope, that's on my wrist now. Oh God, this is the worst part. Well, the bitch clipped too, but that is. Oh God, get off my arm, please. Oh man, it's out. Whew. Right, that's thumbs down. Thumbs up. Okay. This is my FX stage. I forgot. My FX stage 4 clutch. I'm not changing it. It's not the most comfortable, but I'm not digging into a while you're in there process because that costs too much, and I'm not doing that. I'm literally going in here to change one thing. That's it. This clutch will stay for now. Again, it's never slipped. There's no complaints out of the clutch. So it just, because it's an unsprung clutch, that initially going into gear is a little annoying to get it moving. It's kind of gug. But other than that, it's a pretty strong clutch. So I'm not removing it. So, well, I have to remove it now. Well, I'm not swapping it. So I'm gonna put it right back in there. But let me get the transmission out of my way. I'll be right back. Ooh, good catch. The hell just fell? What the fuck? Why is my pilot bearing not in there? What the hell? It must have came out with the transmission. Because if that was riding around on the flywheel, I would have heard that. That was weird. Doesn't look that leaky. It has to be it, but it doesn't look that bad. Well, it's gotta be it. Alright, so rear main seal is out, but like I said, I don't really see anything obvious with it. I was hoping I'd find like a rip, a tear, something that, you know, really made me believe that this was the leak. I don't know what else it could be. No, there's nothing else in that area. It was definitely leaking, you know, between the transmission and the engine, so there's only that and the corner, which it could be leaking out of the corner because this is mounted to the very top of the oil pan and touches the gasket, and maybe it was leaking there also. Maybe the RTV kind of ran out. I don't know, but we're going to replace both anyways, so I'm going to add some new RTV. But I can't finish today because I forgot to order this thing. I forgot this little gasket. So I got to order one of these and it'll probably be here next week. But we're going to go ahead and swap on the brand new thing. And then I'm going to clean up because it looks an absolute mess over here. All right, I'm going to use these wheel spacers. I can have to tap this out and then tap the new one in. So let's flip it upside down. All right, now we're gonna clean this up. Well, I guess it definitely was leaking if this is wet. Because I don't think it's supposed to be wet here. We're gonna clean it up. I'm gonna use this as a base. Let me get this flat as I can. All right, and I'm gonna hammer on this. And that should knock it in there. Oops, not straight. Here we go. All right, we're good. Second location. Right Auto Works now has a second location. Daniel Island, Charleston, South Carolina is the second location. It's open now, but the grand opening event is March 2nd. So be there. Flyers right there. Second location. All right, our rear main seal is nice and flush now. So we are good to go. And this will go on top of that, and then you put that over the crank and that will push it out when it gets flush. So last time I installed this, I had the whole kit, so this was already installed into this. So I actually bought the plate this and the gasket together. And this time I just ordered this gasket, so I had to hammer it in. But if you just order everything, you don't have to do that. So, but we should be good. So now I just have to wait for this, and then we'll put it all back together. All right, guys, I have the new whatever you call this gasket. This just goes on the little, whatever you call these things. I forgot what they're called, but just push them on there, make sure the lines are all good. I've already put RTV in these corners right here. You just put a little bit. I used Ultra Black. It's good for oil, gasket maker, oil resistant. So since this will be an oil thing, that will be needed. And now we're gonna take this thing, make sure the white cap is in it, because the white cap has to fit over this, and that lets you know that it's actually sealed on it. So that will push out once this is pushed in. So I'll line it up, and there you go. So see how that pushed out, which means now that thing should be sealed with actual crank. I'm gonna tighten it down first. There we go. All right, well, this should be sealed. Hopefully it's sealed. All right, transmission is in place. Everything's not connected yet. Exhaust is still off, drive shaft's still off, but I just want to start it and make sure there's no leaks. That's why I didn't put everything back. God damn it. Well, trans has got to come back off tomorrow. I'm not doing this shit today. I'll see y'all later. I decided to pull transmission off right away so I could see where the leak is exactly from. I was hoping, well, I guess I'm not hoping, but it's not transmission input shaft seal. I know that was probably a thought, but it's clean. It's definitely leaking right. I don't see from where. I still can't see from where. It's leaking right there. I think it's right there. Alright, so it does not appear to be rear main seal, which means it wasn't rear main seal to begin with. Like I said, I thought that was weird. But this is all dry. Everything around here is dry. There's nothing on the top of here, nothing on the top of here. So nothing sealed out from here. But there is a lot. You follow the trail, it comes right here. So it looks like wait, what the hell is that? Hold on. Is it from my crank sensor? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. That's what it is, yo. Remember this. God. Give me a minute. I gotta cuss. All right, so I just made up some new cuss words. Had some heavy combinations. They were hitting like a heavyweight boxer. It was never the rear main seal. I thought it was weird when I pulled it off. I said, it looks a little too dry. But I figured car was sat for a little bit, for like a week, I think, before I touched it. So any oil residue probably would have, like, you know, kind of dripped away. That's why I kind of figured why it was dry. So didn't really think about it. I already ordered the parts, was already there, was gonna place it anyways. But that wasn't the issue. So on the last video, again, this is my fault, but hey, I just look and see things as they are. I replaced the crank sensor. Remember, I didn't have a harness hooked up, and I replaced, you know, kept throwing a crank sensor code, but I didn't realize the harness wasn't hooked up. And I swapped in the crank sensor. I was still throwing the code, finally found the harness, and then the car was running great. In that, when I pulled it off, remember I said, that's weird, there's no rubber grommet on it. I thought it would have a rubber grommet, because I know the cam sensor does, but it didn't have one. I thought it would have a rubber grommet on it. I guess it doesn't. I guess I don't need one. I know the cam one does, but this doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna continue to not use one. So when I put the other one in, I didn't put one in because it didn't have one. So looks like it's supposed to have one, but didn't leak before with the other one without one. But when I replaced it with the other one without one, now it's leaking. So I just looked up there again and cussed, and there's literally a puddle right there on the top, you know, on the base of the engine block. So that's 100% where it's leaking. It was never the rear main seal. Look at this, man. I did all this, and it was that. And for the rear main seal, I don't even have to take anything off. I literally just raise the car on the side and just reach in there. It would have been a 10-minute job. You know, I'm at 2 days now. This is so frustrating. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go in the house, chill, watch a movie, try to get back in a better mood, and then I'm gonna put this crank sensor back with the rubber grommet, an O-ring, and yeah, it's unfortunate, but shit happens. Cars suck. I make mistakes. Not perfect. Never claim to be perfect. Make mistakes, and I gotta live with it. So, here's what it is. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
What up, vlog? You know what I'm saying? Working on the car. Black is on. Tap in Slice by Joe on Instagram. Come get a cut. Yeah.
All right, it's been a few hours. Car hasn't been touched because I went in the house for a few hours. So, but got the crank sensor out, which is very easy to do because there's no transmission in my way. You know, this is the cheat code. Yeah, just remove the transmission if you want to make this super easy. So we're gonna throw a grommet on here now, and we shouldn't have any more leaks. So that's the plan. Cam sensor's in there with the rubber grommet now. So yeah, it's still leaked, but it's 100% this. I actually watched over top of the engine with the flashlight, and I saw it slowly oozing out of this area down into the transmission area. So made it look like rear main seal. So it's 100% this, that's for sure. But the O-ring, I put an O-ring on there, but the O-ring is too small. The O-ring has to be, looks like it has to be on the metal part. So I need one bigger than this, and that's the biggest one I have. So I don't have an O-ring today. I don't know if I can find one at an auto parts store. I'm not sure. I guess I can go look, but I don't know. I might have to just order one. But yeah, that's annoying, but it is what it is. Again, I don't know why this is happening now, because again, it's on camera. I pulled the old crank sensor out, and it did not have an O-ring, and it never leaked for years. For years, it has not leaked. So I don't know why when I put this one in, it's the same OEM part number. I don't think this is any skinnier. And for some reason, this one leaks, but the other one didn't. It's so weird. I don't know if I want to put it back in there. It just is what it is, but I'll find an O-ring. I'd rather just find an O-ring. But that's so weird how that just happened all of a sudden. So this whole video is caused by an O-ring. But you live and you learn. So I'm going to go find an O-ring. I'm going to put this car back together because now I know that none of this stuff matters. It has nothing to do with this. So I took my car apart for no reason. Got some experience points because I got to remove the trans for Roxanne anyways because she still needs a clutch, which I have over there now. So yeah, I got some experience points. Woohoo! And I know you're probably wondering why I didn't do it at the shop on a lift. That'd be great. But since I had to break the car down for intercooler piping anyways, I knew it wouldn't move and I don't want to tie up a lift. So I decided to do it in the garage. But the other car, I might do it on the lift because it'd be way easier and faster. But I'll see you guys in a couple days when I find an O-ring. All right, just got back from the auto parts store. I got thicker O-rings. I couldn't find bigger. It fits the same, but I'm looking at pictures and it seems like they all fit right there and don't actually touch the metal. So I think this one just wasn't thick enough. So we're gonna try this one. So here's the old one versus the new one. You can see the thickness is way different. So maybe this one just wasn't thick enough. Pause. Well, it's finally fixed. All it took was a bigger rubber grommet O-ring thing. 30 cents is what fixed the problem. So I watched it. I tried to sneak the camera in there so you guys could see it too, but it's completely dry in that area now. Before it was puddling up and going down the transmission area, and now we're good. So that's all it was. And it ran for like 10 minutes, didn't leak, and it was good. So I'm done. I'm actually done. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a video here. I'm still gonna put the car back together. The rest is the drive shaft and the exhaust and part of the diffuser. Oh, and the shifter too. I gotta put the shifter back on. I gotta mess with the bitch clip. But it's fine. I'll just do all that stuff off camera. And then on the next video, I'm gonna try to work on cleaning this up, probably off camera, because I gotta take some stuff apart. And then we got some other stuff coming in, and then, yeah. So this video, we made the car ugly. Next video, we'll make the car clean. So excited for the next video, but had to do this first. I wish it didn't take this long, but it is what it is. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Deuces. Hopefully you guys learn from my mistakes. That's why I post my mistakes. I'm not embarrassed about them. Shit happens. I know a lot of people out there, they would hide stuff like that. And but me, hey, if I fuck up, I fuck up. And if you watch me fuck up, hopefully it helps you to not fuck up. So next time you see a leak and you think it's rear main seal, check your crank sensor. Just hit it with a little flashlight. Maybe you see a puddle over there, and you ain't got to go through all this. So hopefully you guys learned something. I know next time I see that, I'm gonna look for that first. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Deuces. I will see you in the next one.